European Conservatives and Reformists group in the European Parliament invited the leader of the Spanish far-right party, Vox, Javier Ortega Smith, to speak on what they describe as a separatist coup in Catalonia. We asked two Spanish MEPs from different political groups about the event, hosted by Polish MEP Kosma Zlotowski. We've just heard from the leader of the Vox Party, the far-right party that achieved some success in the recent elections of Andalusia. You sat very patiently through his presentation. What did you make of what he had to say?
Well, I think I attended a masterclass of ethnic nationalism, of populism, anti-Europeanism, and a very shallow knowledge, to put it that way, of my country, which is Catalonia, and the democratic desire in my country to become a member state of the European Union through the tools of democracy. So I don't take anything from this conference. I'm happy that we can discuss about what's going on in Catalonia and in Spain, but I wonder why a far-right neo-Francoist party can organize a conference on Catalonia in the European Parliament, but at the same time the president of Catalonia, who is the legitimate representative of all the Catalans, is banned from holding a conference on the same issue, but of course from another point of view, on Catalonia in the European Parliament. And that's why I criticize the double standards of Mr. Tajani and of the European Parliament.
You are a member of the ALDE group here in the Parliament. You're an independent MEP, but you recently just shared a platform with the head of the Vox Party, which has had enjoyed some electoral success in Spain recently. What do you think of this party?
Oh, this party is something that, in a sense, should have never existed if the big party, my former Socialist Party, the EPP party, have done their job properly. But they have practiced some say some treason, and some say simple laziness or not, or being cowardness. But in fact, they didn't protect fundamental values of the democracy and people. That's why this party rise, and this party is a mix of defending the unity, equality of Spaniards, something which I defend very much, and against racism and separatist values. They are very liberal in economic, much more than me, that I am in ALDE, in economics. No? They are, let's say, market liberals, and they are very conservative in moral aspect. Let's speak about abortion, about gay matrimonies, etc. They have also a tough, which is, for me, I won't be so tough, but there's a tough position in the immigration problem, but can be understandable in this moment, and that is also due to the lack of attitude of Europe. No, this is the kind of party. So I have, there are things, important things that I can share, the one against separatism, etc., and the other things put them in the right, liberal right, and even moral, very, very right.
As you say, they have enjoyed some success. Do you think that this link with the ECR group, the European Conservative and Reform group, will help them in the European elections? I appreciate it's not your group, but is this a strategy that's likely to work for Vox?
I am not sure, with all the respect for ECR. I don't know even if the ECR could repeat, because repeat the volume and the importance they have, because they are basically composed by British conservatives that supposedly won't be there. No? So I think, my opinion is that they have done this maneuver to get clear, or to be separated of the first party they contacted, that was the Front National of Mrs. Le Pen. So they're trying to be more, let's say, more centrist in this sense. But I don't know if this is the right party.
I spoke with one Catalan MEP who attended the discussion, and he said that he thought it was unfair that the leader of Vox was allowed into the European Parliament, but Carlos Puigdemont was excluded. Do you think that there is some reason for that?
Not at all. Carlos Puigdemont is demanded by the Spanish law and the Spanish justice. And I think, the Vox is a normal and democratic party, absolutely legal, with nobody. On the contrary, trying to defend the rule of law. No, the problem is that he is demanded by the justice. And what was at stake, in my opinion, is if the Parliament should respect the judiciary systems of every member state. And the answer will, I asked myself, Tajani, to say, I have no problem with the meeting, and no problem with Mr. Torra, for instance, which is formally now the regional president of Catalonia. But I said you cannot allow a gentleman which is now pursued by, prosecuted by a member state judice, and a member state that is not under Article 7, that is considered a full democracy, no? That was at stake. So you can, but anyway, you cannot compare to anyone with Mr. Puigdemont. You can maybe compare with some member of the Baden-Meinhof band or something like that. People that are prosecuted in the home, in the nations. Yeah.